Alright, with the full SSR Select Recruit banner and all the SSR characters available to summon, it's time to talk about their summoning and dupe priority. So I have a tier list over here with different characters, the SSR ones, and I'm gonna talk about them one by one. Over here I have like with 0 dupes that you just need the character without like any dupes, they will work perfectly fine. And then some characters will shine best with 2 dupes and some with 6 dupes. We also have like a row over here, characters that are not worth it based on different reasons. And we also have the last one, you can get these characters with the selection pack that you get when you play the game, like for free, especially when you start the game, and also when you do like some summonings to get points and get the selection pack. These characters are over here, and for some of them that actually you can see, for example, Iwaizumi is also over here with 2 dupes that he will shine best over here, and I'm gonna explain the reasons. Alright, so we'll start with the first row, obviously the 0 dupes one. Over here we have like a few characters, like most of the characters are good with 0 dupes. For example, Yaku, he's the best libero in a quick attack team because he buffs up the quick attack of your team, and he also has that skill and chance to get perfect receives easier. Then we have Akashi, so as a SSR setter, he's actually super good, almost like a UR one. He buffs up awareness, and when he does a crit set, the next spike is guaranteed to be a crit one. So that's a really good skill that he has. When he does a crit set, your next spike is going to be a guaranteed crit, and obviously you're gonna hit harder. Now we have Suki for free. He debuffs, blocks up, and also will increase the strength of your quick attack teams, like your quick attack players, so that will be useful over here. But then if you start the game, I think you'll get him for free. I just put him over here just to say that you don't need to dupe him. If like you have him as your main, middle blocker, you don't need to summon for him to dupe him because he's good with 0 dupes. Now we have Mad Dog Kentaro, so as you can see, he's here with 0 dupes and also over here, so you can get him in the selection pack. You can always get a dupe for him, but he will be fine with 0 dupes. You can spend that to get another character over here. And Mad Dog Kentaro, he has high strength up, 18% for himself, and also reduces stamina of opponents block and receive by 10 with his ultimate skill. If you want to like dupe him with 2 dupes over here, Skill Res 2 will also reduce the stamina 5 more. So that's why I just put him over here to mention it. And then we have Tendo. He has a strong bond with Ushijima that will increase Ushijima's attack. So as a UR OP Ushijima, he's insane. With Tendo, you can get that bond to buff him up more, and he also has high reflex to do crit defensive actions like crit blocks. Now we have Kita, so he doesn't do crits, but still he's super good with 0 dupes or 6 dupes. So 0 dupes, he has ultimate receive, and with 3 non-crit receives of himself, he buffs up the attack technique of front row player. So he never does crit, and that's easy to get. Whenever you do a receive with him, you're gonna get 1 stack of the buff, and then with 3 of them you're gonna buff up your attack technique of front row players. If you dupe him with like 2 dupes over here, Skill Res 2 with 3 non-crit receives of everyone, so it's not only himself, the whole team. If you have a non-crit receive with any character, you're gonna get one stack of that buff. And Skill Res 6, which he is over here, he will increase team morale by 10 and also stamina recovery of whoever does an ultimate, like whatever ultimate it is, ultimate spike, ultimate block, receive, you will recover 10 stamina for that character. So obviously 6 dupes will be super useful. But again, it's your choice if you want to dupe like an SSR character all the way up, because we also have UR and SP characters that can always replace the SSR ones. And then we have Aaron, so he has high power with the stamina play that he has. So I made a full video about him before, and you know how he works based on the stamina consumption, recovery. He buffs up himself, but still super good, and 0 dupes is fine for him. And then we have Akagi. he will increase team morale when he receives or saves. Doesn't matter what kind of receive or save it is, bad, normal, or perfect. He will increase the team morale. Also, everyone's defense technique will go up when he saves, and when an opponent spikes, they'll get 8% power attack debuff. So just your opponent spikes, they're gonna get 8% attack debuff when you have Akagi in your team. So this will be the full characters that are useful with 0 dupes, and I also forgot to mention Aran. Skill Res 2 will increase his attack technique. Skill Res 6, whenever like your team recovers stamina, he will recover 8 more stamina, so maybe that'll be also something you want to consider. Now with 2 dupes we have Nishinoya. So Nishinoya is actually super good. The only problem with him is actually his stamina consumption, because he loses stamina super quickly. So he buffs up team morale when he enters a match, he buffs up your power attack, and that's why I put him over here Skill Res 2, because with Skill Res 2 he can reduce his stamina consumption. Instead of 20 will be 10 stamina consumption when he's doing the ultimate, and that's why Skill Res 2 will be better for him because of the stamina problem. But then again, we're gonna get SP Nishinoya pretty soon, around 2 months, so that's also something you wanna consider. And we also have like UR Komori after like Sakusa, so as a UR Libero then you might not need these SSR ones. Now we have Iwaizumi. I put him over here with 2 dupes, even though you can get him for free with the selection pack. But just so you know, Iwaizumi, like Skill Res 2, will increase the strength of everyone in your team by 15%. So strength is actually your crit power when you're attacking. That's why, and it's going to affect all of the characters in your team. That's why having 2 dupes of him obviously will buff up your other characters. Let's say you have like other UR characters and you're gonna use him as your SSR wing spiker just to get that strength, 15% strength up for your other UR characters. And that's super good. He also has like a bond with UR Oikawa, and that's also an additional, you know, kind of like an ultimate power spike. And then we have Komi over here. So if his receive isn't bad, reduces opponent's team morale, and when his save isn't bad, all players gain 5% stats up. I put him over here Skill Res 2 because reduces the ultimates, his ultimate's cooldown, and then when you use the ultimate, buffs power attack by 15%. That's why Skill Res 2 will help your team more. And then Washi over here, receive and block up. Skill Res 2 when your side scores 10 team morale. So again, if you're going like Fukurodani team or just based on team morale with Bokuto and Akashi, these two can be useful, especially Skill Res 2. And then we have Suna. So ultimate quick, he has the ultimate quick and also debuffs the enemy. Skill Res 2, I put him over here because when he attacks, all front row opponents get debuff, and the debuff will reduce their block, so all the characters in the front row. Again, it's not that super useful because usually you want to debuff the main middle blocker of the opponent, but I just put him over here just to say like he's like either here, not worth it because he has an ultimate you know, quick attack, unless you want to have it in Arizaki team, then he'll be over here 0 dupes to get the, you know, the bond. And if you just want to play with him, then obviously 2 dupes will kind of be, no, I'm just gonna put him over here actually, so probably 0 dupes because I just changed my mind. Like Skill Res 2, debuffing the whole front row enemies block. I mean, the enemy will block with their middle blocker, and you're gonna debuff the middle blocker just by, you know, having him with 0 dupes. That's why I'll put him over here. Now we go to 6 dupes, so if you want to max these characters all the way up, these 5 characters will be useful, especially SSR Hinata. I mean, yes, we're gonna get the SP Hinata pretty soon, but this SSR Hinata also has a bond with UR Kageyama that is a really strong bond. It's going to be an ultimate quick attack, increased power based on his awareness and all those kind of stuff. Also will help UR Kageyama to get that competitive stack that will be useful, is based on his skills, but just for himself. So he will boost up attack and has a bond with UR Kageyama that I mentioned, but for like having him 6 dupes, when he does a crit spike, resets his ultimate cooldown. So you can do back-to-back ultimates like ultimate attack, quick attack with SSR Hinata with 6 dupes, and that could be, that could become very powerful. And then we have SSR Kageyama. Again, we're gonna get the UR Kageyama pretty soon, but this SSR Kageyama is also super good. He increases awareness, strength, spy power, I think, yeah, it's either quick and or power, like both of them. And Skill Res 2 will increase awareness and strength even more. With Skill Res 4, you will reset his ultimate, and his ultimate is a setter dump. I just put him over here because when you use his ultimate, you're gonna have that increased awareness and strength on other players. Now Goshiki with 6 dupes, you can spam his ultimate. The ultimate cooldown will reset. You can do back-to-back ultimate, and he has a bond with this guy on the next Ohira that will increase the power attack of everyone in your team. So these two have that bond together that will increase the power attack of everyone on your team. Speaking of Ohira, he has reflex up by 10%, and also skill res 6. When he crits, the ultimate cooldown of everyone will reduce by 2 net crossings. So again, 6 dupes of him will help your other character. This is basically like, obviously early game when you start the game, you're gonna use more like SSR characters, but then later on when you replace them with UR characters, you want to have other SSRs that can buff up your other UR characters. So that's why I'm mentioning these stuff over here. And Kita, I talked about him in over here. Now to this part, not worth it. Well, Oikawa, I tried to look around a lot about this SSR version of Oikawa. He just has the awareness up, the attack tempo, but then we have UR Oikawa, we have like SSR Akashi, we even have like this Kageyama over here. UR Kageyama is coming up next. We also have Miya Atsumo as a UR quick setter, so he's not worth it, to be honest. Kenma, on the other hand, again, not worth it. The main reason, I mean, yes, you can play him with the like a receive type team, especially like with Yuji, for example. But the main problem with Kenma for me is that he has a keep it alive buff that when your team does perfect receives, you will get that keep it alive buff for 1 stack. And obviously you need to do perfect receives, first of all. And second, you need 6 stacks to change the fail to perfect. That's like based on your skills. And then skill res 2 with the ultimate dump, he gets like 2 of that stack. And then with skill res 6 with over here, if you max him out at the start of the game, you'll get 4 of that stat. So obviously that will be useful, yes, but that's a lot of investment in like an SSR player setter basically over here. That's just not worth it. Like other stuff for him is not that worth it, and we're gonna get SB Kenma pretty soon after SB Hinata, and he will be way better than him, obviously. Now we have like these 2 setters from Shira team. I mean, maybe you can use Shira, well, maybe you can put him like over here with 0 dupes. The main reason is for like the bond that he has with Yushijima, that is an extra skill, does spike and also strength up for Yushijima, maybe over here, but that's the only thing that he has. And if you don't have other setters, maybe you can use him for the Shira bond, the Shira school bond, but not worth it. I mean, if you remove that deployment bond, other stuff is just super normal. And Semi as well, Yamagata too, Konoha as well, and then Yuji, again, as I said, he will be mainly good in a receive team, and if he fails to receive, you will avoid a loss point, and also that has a cooldown for like 10 net crossings, not like all the time you can avoid a loss point. And skill res 6, if you like dupe him out max over here, you need to get 4 stacks of play hard buff at first, which is going to be whenever your receive, save and set isn't bad, the ultimate cooldown of himself will reset and then will buff his attack up. But it's not like a back-to-back thing, because you need to get 4 stacks of play hard buff for himself. That's why it's not worth to go all the way up to 6 dupes just to get 1 additional buff. Now, and Genjima as well, I mean, not super good. He will have a little buff for his receive and also when he's in the back row, but we have other better, like wing spikers. And then over here, as I talked about Iwaizumi, how he's good with 2 dupes, and then Tanaka, basically his first like 2 spikes, if you like skill res to him, will be good, and then skill res 6 gives 40% power attack as well. And then I talked about Mad Dog. Daichi will be good basically when you're recovering stamina. Obviously when you Dupe mount will help because the skill will increase, and then the stamina that you're gonna recover will increase as well. He has an OP, he has an ultimate receive, and will buff your next attack, so he doesn't have an ultimate attack. And Kuro, I mean, we do have a UR version of him and he's way better, but even this SSR version is pretty good. He increases strength of quick attacks by 16%, block and attack up. But again, as I said, we have a better UR version. Now over here with these characters, so Aone and like these other 3 from the Datakoya High School, if you want to play them, it's best to play all 4 of them together because they kind of complete each other with the block buff that they have, and also their bond together. But again, it's not like the best school to go, especially with other characters, but if you want to play them, it's best to have all 4 of them together. And then, well, we have Lev and Asahi, which are not good at all. I mean, just skip these 2 if you want to get these 4. I mean, it's best to get all 4 of them together, but not the best team, not the best choice and investment. Kuro, okay, but again, not the best. As an OP, he doesn't have an ultimate attack, but could help for recovery. Best SSR OP in my opinion, Kentaro Mad Dog, and Wing Spikers, Iwaizumi better than Tanaka in my opinion because he will help out your whole team. And as I mentioned, you're gonna have UR characters in the future, and you want to have your SSR ones that could help your other UR characters and your whole team. And yeah, that's all for the summoning and dupe priority tier list over here. I hope this will help you out a little bit at least. And don't forget my explanation, whatever I mentioned about these characters, because it's not like if they're like 0 dupes, then they're a must pull. Depends on your team, depends on their skills that I mentioned. And yeah, that's all for today. Hope you have good luck summoning for any one of them if you want, and enjoy the game. Let me know down in the comment section what are your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time, have fun and stay tuned.